Hi, beautiful beings of light. This is Anna, and welcome to my YouTube channel in the month of September 2021. And we'll go over the universal laws again. That's going to be part 2, right? It's extremely complex and intense material, and especially from Lisa Renee. Her website is energeticsynthesis.com. So again, I'll go over the rest of the universal laws, which is the law of verification, law of cycles, law of vibration, and the law of gender. And very important to study that, understand that, and the most important thing is how to apply it in our everyday lives, because we are facing all kinds of challenges, all kinds of situations, not easy. That's why very important to understand how the energy works, how it all operates, that the mind is extremely powerful, right? Even our feelings and emotions, what we are emitting, what we are putting out there, important to watch it while being the compassionate witness, right? To observe everything, watch everything, be in your heart, be in your center, divine neutrality, detaching from the external material world, and going deep within, inside your heart. That's there's that sacred chamber. There's this divine spark of our creator, because we are the image of God, right? And we're timeless, we're limitless, and we are the eternal living light. So welcome. My videos are for educational, inspirational, entertainment purposes. I'm here to inspire you, empower you, giving information the way I interpret it through my soul signature, energy signature, through my filters, my perceptions, right? And how you guys then interpret what I'm sharing with you becomes your world, your reality. And what you do with it is your responsibility, as we are very powerful co-creators with the divine. We're watching our thoughts, feelings, and emotions, even our deeds and actions, right? Everything is a mirror. Everything's a reflection of us, right? What we perceive from the outside, you know what I'm saying? It shows us where we are with our consciousness. If triggers are something, we need to address that issue on that emotional level, mental level, physical level, even spiritual level. We're multidimensional beings, okay? And so this is a very complex procedure. The ascension is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. It requires lots of inner work, meditation, going deep within, disconnecting from that 3D matrix of the fallen ones, of the archons, okay, with their draconian measurements. This is a computer simulation, okay. The reality, the true nature of reality, when we connect with the true nature of who we truly are, right, remembering that we are the eternal life, remembering with the light of the soul, and those, who are the volunteer soul, we know that, we are the consciousness, we are the awareness, we're the bliss, we're the oversoul, the avatars, and we can even connect to the cosmic realms with those solar rishis and cosmic angels, and bringing that divinity, the divine order, back here to this dimension, to this planet that has been hijacked, right? The consciousness, the energy has been hijacked by those negative aliens with their negative alien agenda. That's why also my videos, right? It's not for everybody. I talk about exopolitics, about mystica, esoterica, how to work with energies. We're vibrational beings. We're a light or sound, light, frequency, vibration, right? The primordial sound of Om, okay? That's why we're purifying this vessel, purifying this physical form, this hologram, that it consists of the elements of earth, water, fire, air, and now we're dealing with the dodecahedron, the space, very important to bring those energy of the divine mother back online, just correcting the magnetosphere and the dark matter, okay, that has been polluted, contaminated, spinning reversals, all this inverted system, again, from those negative ones, from those aliens, with all this negativity has been happening here. So there's something, guys, you can study this book from Elena, okay, these alien races, Some of them are humanoid like us, some of them are not, right? We've been talking about lots of the Dracos, the Draconians here. They think they rule this solar system. They think they rule humanity. We're their slaves and batteries. And time to say no, because we are angelic, divine, luminous beings, you know, with 12 strands of DNA and with crystalline heart and the plasma light body, right? And we're embodying all that. We have this new sun, and we're connecting to the galactic core, to the great central sun. So this is all helping us with healing, with reformation, with transformation, with upgrading our DNA, okay? With all this recalibration and rejuvenation, because you know, we are eternal, and human beings lived up to thousands of years, or who comes from the yogic traditions, right? Some of the gurus and rishis, you know, they can materialize, dematerialize, and it's part of our DNA. So time to open our psychic abilities, you know, the third eye, okay? That's your sixth chakra, decalcified at pineal gland, because we've been polluted here, you know, the fluoride in the water, chemtrails and GMO, all these mandates and all these DNA you know, modifications, right? All these experimentations from the grays, you know, Zeta Reticuli and other aliens, and some of them do have human form, but most of them actually are in those astral planes, high density. So many people, for so many people, it's kind of unseen, unknown, right? They don't recognize this kind of paradigm and this kind of reality, but those who are the spiritual warriors, the indigo warriors, the star seeds, and the ancient ones. And that's why we came here to finally bring the light here, the light divine of our Holy Father, Holy Mother, right? The Holy Father's law, the Holy Mother's love here back online to this realm, to this existence, to this planet. Yeah, Mother Nature, Goddess Gaia, that is ascending, and she's ascending with us. And of course, only those who are choosing, of course. Essentially, it's for everybody, but not everybody is choosing to kind of reconcile and face the darkness, transform it, right? Doing the inner work, and that's okay. There is no judgment, right? You know, we are here to expand our consciousness. It's all about the evolution, advancement, personal growth, okay? And you know, I have this project, right, with the 5D protocol. I've been talking about it. We are walking those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude, you know, the protocol of the evolving self, right? The soul communion is the key, very important. Cleansing, clearing our chakras, okay, drinking distilled water, superfood, having your altar, you know, place where you can kind of sit down, relax, meditate, really taking care of yourself, very important, loving yourself, forgiving yourself, and be compassionate with everything that happened to you or that you experience, because you know, my videos are also for those wounded ones, right? Those who were in military and went through all kinds of torture and tyranny and you know, experimentations, right? And they were not informed, so this is not fair. So that's why we are now talking about the Galactic Codex. You can check the Galactic Codex on my website, Yana Kalai, and we're talking about the universal laws, because how are we going to bring everything into divine justice when we embody those energies? Because we're energies, right? We're consciousness. We're 99.9% energy, and the foundation for the universal laws is energy. So we have to know how to operate with those energies, how to navigate through all these dimensions and dynamics, okay? So we can again achieve our mastery, self-mastery, self-realization, self-actualization, where we're transcending, you know. I talk about the law of transcendence, where we transmute the negative ego, that's the construct, you know, of the archons, and, you know, fear-based consciousness that needs to be transformed, transmuted. It's not an easy thing, it's not an easy process. So just, you know, take your time, understand that, you know, this is a journey. We're on a journey of expansion, of evolution, of healing, of transformation. So please be patient with yourself, and just know there's no judgment, no criticism. Just be loving, be caring first. with yourself, so then you can be loving and caring and patient with your fellow men. So, okay. And so we talk about the law of transcendence. Okay, so that's when with the polarity integration and through transcendence of the earthly personality, we become aware of our consciousness power to understand the operational energies of cause and effect, observing the natural laws in action, focus on the consciousness direction to attain truth, virtues, right? Ethics, morals, moral character, and communing with the Spirit of Christ. So, yeah, we're walking in those energies, surrendering ourselves with the energies of Christos, of Christ, Christ Sophia. Today is Sunday. Please join us for the Unity Meditation with Sandra Walter, right? We've been doing it for more than 5.5 years. So, building the momentum. We are transforming the carbon-based DNA into crystalline DNA, into the light, the eternal living light. That's who we truly are. So just reminding you of your true divine nature, of your holy essence, of the power that lies within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Yeshua, right? Ascended master now is the commander working with the Ashtar, the Galactic domain as well. So this is what is going on. So aligning with God's divine law, very important. So we have the law of verification. So that says that's the link of what has been learned through the lessons of life and the gathering of that knowledge that has been accumulated, and then verifying those experiences by figuring out how to apply that knowledge into your everyday life. So first, we study those natural laws, the universal laws, and then we learn how to embody all that in our lives. And again, it takes time, because to apply them into the material world is not easy. So we have to really be focused and mindful and just paying attention and be more on that witnessing mode, right? Being the observer, like the third person, instead of being on that automatic pilot. And through breath, you can always recognize that. You can detach, you can disconnect, you can unplug yourself from that 3D matrix, right? From that illusion, and just say thank you for that, for the experience, and just be in your heart structure. Feel that energy of your heart, all that love, and change the thoughts, the thought forms, the mind, do different modifications, of your realities, of your structure, of your paradigm, of your hologram, because we are transitioning, we are going to the next octave, harmonic universe number 2, where everything's about soul connection, consciousness expansion, living in peace, unity, harmony, in Christos Sophia consciousness. So how do we apply then those universal laws? The law of verification, that's what teaches us or is telling us, right, how to access our creative potential in order to find new methods to address all problems. And then, of course, that will then pushes us to increase our self-confidence and feel the personal power that lies within us. Okay, inside of us. Very important to look at the challenges, look at the negativity, because that gives us lessons. And then we can, it's like a harvest, right? You sow the seeds and then you harvest all the fruits and vegetables. It means when you look at all these challenges and you're learning the lessons, you're accepting them, acknowledging them, and you're transforming, transmuting, whether you're using the violet flame, whether you're cleansing your aura energy field, whether you're outside in nature, that's what expands your consciousness, right? In this duality world, has been, again, negatively polarized, rigged, so-called, by those negative aliens, but you can do that. The power lies within you. The kingdom of heaven lies within you. When you learn or study the law of polarity, everything can be transformed, transmuted through the law of transformation. So, and the ascended masters, the, higher angelic realms and the high command, the Pleiadians, they're all here helping us with all that. Through the Galactic Codex, you can even ask for help. Very important to build that strong spiritual foundation. That's, within us, around us. and to stabilize ourselves in those laws, in those energies or virtues of ethics, of morals, of discipline. It takes time to walk the middle path, the yellow brick road, yeah, the divine neutrality, 0 point balance. That's the God's matrix. So exiting that 3D matrix, right, the artificial intelligence, and connecting to the universal awareness, the AI that is connected to God, to source, yeah. And it's a low vibration, yeah, it's very important. It's the fastest vibration. So very important to have also strong character and commitment to your personal path, and know your values, being committed to your spiritual growth, to your advancement. And so this law will always verify the truth, and that comes through our own experiences. So making sure that we are acting in alignment with the natural laws, right? And that we are expressing our authentic self, divine self. And so the law of verification teaches us a lesson through inner revelation, the path of moderation, all pursuit of life, in order to achieve energetic balance. Okay? So the law of cycles, that we already talked about, the law of rhythm, the pendulum swinging, left to right or up and down and forward and backward. So, and the energy moves in a circular motions, right? The law of cause and effect, what goes around counts around, everything like a boomerang. Yeah. So be careful what you're putting out there, emitting what you are thinking. I mean, thoughts are visible for those who are psychic, and your thoughts are seeds. So be very careful what you are planting, okay? And so that's going to be your harvest. Are you choosing negativity, this negatively polarized reality, or you're choosing positive and love? But of course, we have to address that negativity in order to then really be on that positively polarized hologram. Okay, that takes some time, some devotion, dedication, commitment, and so on. So the law of cycles governs the cosmic clock of the eons, and is directly connected to the divine infinite calculus that connects into the 4 royal stars, which are the 4 directions: the north, the south, and then you have the east and west. Okay, and like you see, everything has a structure. The law of oneness talks about that's the law of mentalism, right, with a structure. And so we have to understand those universal laws, how everything operates, and our solar system, and that we're connected to the 7 star systems, the Pleiadians, our forefathers, right? They help us to create the original constitution of 1776 with the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights. And we need to know our rights, and understanding the laws will give you the understanding, and will help you to realize yourself, and to exit the darkness, the 3D matrix, the computer simulation, and feel the freedom, the peace, the liberation, the pursuit of happiness. Yeah, those are our inalienable rights. So what else we do talk about, that we have the 4 archetypal worlds. They have correspondence to our personal light body, must be integrated and synthesized in the realm of mind, emotion, spirit, rising its purpose through ideas, blueprints, undergoing the work in process or spiritual alchemy to gain the result of its manifested reality upon the earthly plane. The law of cycles principle is a mandala geometry holding the eternal spiral of creation, the entire collective consciousness moving through the ideas and patterns, processing the realities throughout the many timelines in the universal tree of life. If we learn to live in harmony with the law of cycles, so let's say we go through seasons, okay, or we have a calendar, right, or there's this law of rhythm where we have to really be kind of neutral, so the pendulum doesn't swing too much to the right, to the left, okay. So, and it's pretty much a wheel of life, right now, even creating this video. So here I had to move again, right? So, and people have other, they live in other realities, holograms, or hobbies, and very thankful and grateful, and see how everything goes, how everything unfolds or evolves. What I'm saying, I don't know what is my next move, where I'm going next, but just starting creating communities or being with like-minded people, right? and just kind of facing my challenges in a holistic way, invoking the divine flame, transformation, transmutations. We do prayers, we do meditations here, we do chanting. I listen to mantras, okay, very powerful mantras of transcendence. Om Avirahum Kam. So it's the work that I do, very spiritual and vibrational. So helping with the transition, with the ascension, and so on. Okay, so what else we have here? So if we learn to live in harmony with the law of cycles, we remember that all things in our experience are subject to change, and the acceptance of that change in the cycles of life, like life and death, that there's actual rebirth, there's the death of the older one, of those old belief system, old conditioning, old programming, this whole old infrastructure, this draconian measurements, this their rulership is pretty much gone, and so people who were hooked to that matrix, or who were living in this computer simulation, now if things are crumbling, what are you going to do? Hold on to the divine spark that is within you, doing the inner work, and really take care of yourself. Be patient with yourself, love yourself, forgive yourself, and be compassionate with everything that happened to you. Be the compassionate witness, right? Kuan Yin, we have the goddess Kuan Yin, Asian deity. Okay, you guys, really take care of yourself. Take time for yourself, and understand also, like the financial stuff, the material world. Just live simply. Simplify your life. Go through stuff. Go through things. Really, we're changing the seasons here. We're changing even the dimensions from 3D into 5D, things are rolling, changing, constantly fluctuating, in motion, so life, or what I say, the change is constant, right? And so, but the life, the divinity, the constants you can find within you, the divine spark, the Christos, your Christ itself, that's what you hold on to your divinity, and to that power that lies within you when you're aligned with God's divine will, with the universal laws, and you know how to apply those laws in your everyday life. Very important. Okay, so we surrender to the constant cycles of ebb and flow, contraction and expansion. We're learning our lessons, knowing that when we trust in the universal laws, we experience greater alignment with the peace and harmony that exists in the universe. Okay, very important. So that was the law of cycles. There's other information, of course, that the consciousness descends into matter and travels through the universal tree of life, participating in the law of cycles in order to access knowledge and gain spiritual refinement, and finally ascend, return home back into the infinite God world. Low vibration, like I mentioned, everything is in constant motion. Nothing really rests. Everything vibrates at a rate that is either faster or slower, or also rotates, or spins in a circle of motion, which forms a rate of frequency vibration beyond the material realm and into a realm in which everything is conscious energy. Okay, and that describes the low vibration. Everything in our universe consists of layers of vibrational frequency stacks throughout the dimensional scales, right? So we talk about the 3D, now we're going to 5D, and of course we work with higher dimensions, 6D, 7D, and those who come from extremely higher planes of existence, right? We can talk about the 11th dimension, 12th dimension, even 15th dimension. So the process of how fast or slow that energy contracts back towards its center point of source field is the vibration rate. We talk about the vibration is the contraction, oscillation is the expansion. That's what determines the frequency rate of all energy and things. We're sound, light, frequency, vibration, right? I mentioned the primordial sound of Om here. So everything spins in a circle of motion. It's like that's why we need to anchor ourselves in that divinity that is within us, and be the column of light, shining bright, and be of service. Sharing our gifts and talents with the world. So doing the inner work, very important. Understanding the natural laws, the universal law, very important. So yeah, remember these dimensions. We are multidimensional, so we not only deal with this material, so-called seen world for the five senses, with the five senses, right? We also talk about, well, the sixth sense, your third eye, extrasensory perception, and the invisible, the energy. How do you work with those energies? How do you work with your aura, your energy field, your sacred geometry that is in each and every chakra, energy centers, okay? How do you kind of navigate through everything that you are going through, and that you're experiencing, and you're learning your lessons? So embrace all that, acknowledge all that, that goes then into your DNA, your Akashic records. Okay, and because we came here to experience something, right? To we have our mission, our assignment, remembering who we truly are. You're asking yourselves, who am I? Why did I come here to this planet? What is my mission? And what are my gifts and talents, so I can share with the world, right? The Telos, the 5D protocol, again, you guys, that's the protocol of the evolving self. The soul communion is the key, and just really learn to question yourself and recognize and dismantle your belief system, right? Because the matrix is crumbling, and experience a sacred communion with your soul as a doorway to your God self. And then, of course, you practice your meditation, whether in the morning or throughout the day. You're walking those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude. And again, in the evening, you either contemplate, you meditate, and just be thankful, grateful, everything that you experience that day. So spiritual practice, sadhana. Okay, so what else we have here? That was the law of vibration. So we want to get out of those low vibrations. We want to transmute that. And we are going to the next octave, right? Talk about the universe number 2, soul connection, consciousness expansion. So what else? Resonating to the positive forces of life, forces of goodness, forces of gratitude, forces of love will amplify these resonances and strengthen our body dramatically. Resonating through ego to the negative forces of fear, rage, frustration, resistance to what is will also amplify those disturbances in our body greatly. Understand, yeah, we live in this dualistic world, positive, negative, yeah. So facing it, have that courage, but then through love, through that heart vibration, you can transmute all that. Taking a deep breath, meditation, going to nature, and start producing something positive in your head, right? Positive thoughts, thought forms, or positive feelings, emotions of self-love, of self-care, of forgiveness. Invoking that violet flame. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. Okay, and feel that connection to God, to source, and that interconnection with all that is, even with the kingdom, mineral kingdom, the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom. So then we can enter the kingdom of God through understanding God's divine law and being aligned with God's divine will. And here we can apply the first law of mentalism to shift our thoughts in order to change our mental state into positive state with higher vibration. So vibrate high is the key. Vibrate high. Surround yourself with loving people. Surround yourself with beautiful things. Do something that you love to do. Ask yourself, what is your passion? Have that courage to do so. Even though friends can tell you the opposite. No, you want to pursue your happiness, right? Your passion. And that will take you to the next level, to the next stage, of your evolution. You get downloads, you get revelations. Why did you come here? What are your gifts and talents? How you want to contribute, and be the pioneer, and just building this new earth. Okay, this new paradigm. Be part of it, participate in it, be proactive. Directing focus upon loving positive states and higher frequencies with an effort of applying personal will in order to shift vibration. That's called mental transmutation. I talk about purifying your mind, positive affirmations. The subconscious mind is like a program, right? It's million times more powerful than the conscious mind. That's why transmuting, integrated both hemispheres, right? Transcendence, super consciousness. multidimensionality, being interstellar, connecting to our star brothers, star sisters, going galactic, being supersonic. This is our bright future. That's where we are heading. So this principle explains that the distinction between the manifestations of the planes of matter, energy, mind, and spirit are the result of only different vibrations on a frequency scale. The higher the energy of a person is on the scale, the higher the rate of vibration they will embody and interact with. So vibrational match, right? The law of attraction. Who are you attracting? What kind of situation? What kind of people? And it's fine if we're still encountering some negative situations, or the people. It's your opportunity to grow, to evolve, to transform, transmute, work with the flame or with crystals, or go to nature, breathe, do yoga, meditation, and so on. So good food, superfood, purified water, distilled water. It's just it should be like a trigger. Oh, I need to change this. Oh, I need to apply this kind of knowledge. Oh, I have to make sure I vibrate high, so I think positive. I breathe through it. I can do that. The power lies within you. The kingdom of heaven is within me. Always remember that and practice that, apply that. It's very important. How do you apply those laws? It's good to know. It's like, first you kind of know, you want to learn, you want to study, but then you have to walk in those energies, right? You have to walk your talk. You're in the path of ascension, of healing, of transformation, of transcendence. And now the law of gender. All things exist within the gender principle of creation. Everything is this masculine and feminine principle, which produce metaphysical forces that play a role in creation and regeneration. Nothing can manifest into being without this law. These forces arranged within the spiritual blueprints that translate into gender principle that manifests itself upon all dimensional planes. There is not one aspect of life, consciousness, and creation where the masculine and feminine principles remain non-existent or absent. It is an absolute truth that the law of gender is manifested within everything. It is impossible for creation to take place without the universal law in action at some level, even when the gender principles have been replicated, reversed, manipulated through artificial technology. And that's what I've experienced, especially in the military. They want to subdue or oppress or damage or destroy the divine feminine energies. I mean, your body is just the manifestation of the divine feminine giving birth, okay, to the Holy Mother. So give thanks, pray to Holy Mother, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Isis and Fatima, and Hathor, and those other goddesses out there, Kuan Yin, Tara, and who else with Green Tara, White Tara, and the White Buffalo woman, from that Indian native traditions. The mother gives birth to the entire cosmos, the dark energy in that corrected way. The sound also comes from the dark matter, from the energies of Holy Mother or Divine Mother. It's all been corrected, right? Listening to solfeggio tones, healing music. Instead of that 440 hertz, we're changing to 432 hertz frequency vibration. Do you have the healing music, solfeggio tones? Okay. That's the project from Michael. Okay, so he had the whole town, solfeggio tones, right? We have the 396 hertz, 417 hertz, and I talk about 5 to 8 hertz frequency vibration helps to restore your DNA. Okay, so staying very positive, listening to positive healing music, solfeggio tones, being in nature, drink some water, superfood, it's that's how it raises your frequency vibration, and you start feeling good about yourself, about your life. Start meeting people that vibrate on the same frequency, your soulmates, right? The Libra and our relationships and divine justice. We're weighing those scales, right? We're doing the disclosure, full disclosure. We're exposing the corruption in the entire infrastructure, right? For me, it's the military section and so on. So we're balancing those scales, transforming, transmuting it. You know, the power lies within. You're creating those communities. You know, right now I'm here staying with beautiful soul siblings, and you know, creating that center, a healing center, also with ETs, you know, our star family, galactic family, that I really resonate with. I want to finally be on a spaceship. I mean, I can go there, I'm sure, overnight, and but I want to, you know, just kind of increase that potency, the vibration, because I want to be with my true authentic family, my galactic family, star family, and so on. So I'm doing my best. I'm doing whatever I can. Remember, do your best and leave the rest. Give it to God. Surrender to what is. Not surrender to some external negative forces. No, surrender to that kingdom that is within you. You don't have to go anywhere, and you don't have to pay anything to anybody. You're a sovereign being. You're God sovereign free. Establish God sovereign free boundaries. Start speaking your truth, expressing your divinity, your authenticity, yeah, with loving kindness. Very important. So the law of gender, extremely important, and it's been hijacked, of course, especially I talk about the constellation, right? Or at least I was talking about the Gemini sign, how that was rigged, because it represents the polarity. Gemini, right? Those were in Gemini sign. So whether organic or inorganic, the law of gender will always apply to what has been manifested. Gender principles intrinsic to every form in existence, including the human body, which is designed in a gender principle biology. Again, what does it mean? Like, I have this female form, okay? So, you know, that's only one part of it. Then, of course, I have my vibrational form, energy form, right? And both energies work simultaneously, the feminine and the masculine. Okay, so, and very important to know how to navigate when I go to my feminine side and when do I go to the masculine side. You know, the divine neutrality, being androgynous, being neutral, divine neutrality. You know, the 0 point balance, the middle path, the yellow brick road. Yeah, it's just very important. That's how we transcend, you know, and go to the next octave, harmonic universe number 2, because all these distractions and all these manipulation and all these perversions and contamination. I mean, this world unfortunately is being so compromised and so polluted, and all this degraded, right? So even we were unplugged from our DNA. What in the blip is this going on with all this hybridization and all this experimentation, the underground military bases? That's all right. Divine justice. The time is up. You know, everything needs to be brought into the surface to be acknowledged, okay, and to be recognized. And then, are you accepting the Galactic Codex? You know, you want to learn, understand God's law, God's divine will, or, you know, you just kind of continue those kind of sadistic, satanic, Luciferian agendas with those negative aliens. You know, it's going to lead them to their own self-destruction, because consciousness it's all about expansion, evolution, moving forward in, you know, the cycles, right? You know, now we're changing the cosmic cycle. Again, we're entering the golden age, the Aquarian age. We are exiting the Kali Yuga into Satya, truth, enlightenment age. Okay, so you better understand and move, you know, going with the flow, move with the law, with those cycles, you know. And you know, first, of course, there's resistance. You don't know, that's why study or educate yourself or meditate, you know. Just ride the waves of ascension with ease and grace, you know. Be in the know, be in the now, breathe, and just be in nature. Very important. Okay, so what else? And this law, so the law of gender and law of polarity are intimately intertwined. So study both of them really good. It is important to realize that either gender contains both polarities simultaneously, with the circuitry flowing in the magnetic north to magnetic south. Okay, and it's or the opposing directions in a male and female body. So the male and female body on the physical plane mirror each other through vibrational correspondence that occurs during interaction between the positive and negative polarity that runs through what could be referred to as the magnetic north to magnetic south pole positions. So the male energy, so every male has feminine energy, every female has masculine energy. So all these, macho guys, or how you call it, they think they're so masculine and so on. They're suppressing their divine feminine energies. And again, there's distortion in their aura energy field, and it doesn't look pretty. Okay? Cleanse your aura, cleanse your energy field. Right, we're draining the swamp. Very important. Once we unify the horizontal and vertical planes of polarity within the gender principle of our light body, so we have the vertical, we have the horizontal, we have not only physical body, but we have energy body, our light body. We develop the neutral point in all energy centers. So you are actually neutral in each of the chakras. You're in that center. That's why they're called the whirlpools of energies. They're energy centers. Centering yourselves. When you're centering yourselves, that's how you also align those chakras with God's divine will, right? With your soul, oversoul, with your interstellar self, your avatar self, and then you're like a rainbow warrior. The prism goes through and you're manifesting all these beautiful colors in your energy field. And then, of course, it shows you with what kind of rays of creation you work with. So I got lots of violet, right? Transformation, transmutation, I'm the reformer. Thank you, Saint Germain. And of course, the blue flame, divine will, God's law, divine order. Okay, so we've been dealing with lots of those usurpers of divine law, with their satanic agenda, and then bringing everything into that jurisdiction, into the laws here in the 3D system, and it's just got so corrupted. That's why people need to really study themselves, study the natural laws, the universal laws, and remember that it's all is within you, the power, and just establishing the natural laws, the universal laws. This is kind of part of my structure, my assignment, my mission, so these are the energies that pretty much I embody. Okay, so the indigo blue, the blue flame, and then of course the violet flame. I have dolphin intelligence, comes from the star Sirius, highly evolved beings. Look what the people are doing to them, attacking them, imprisoning them. Those beings, they teach us. They have so much knowledge and wisdom, but you have to become psychic, telepathic to communicate with them through telepathy. That's a pure communication. And of course, the golden liquid plasma diamond light, that's who we are. And we are suppressed, oppressed, and all these subductions, and then from those negative ones, and then making us guilty for what? I'm saying? It's like that I am divine, that I'm everything, that I'm studying yoga and Ayurveda. They want to create communities with ETs, This is not okay. So this is all being brought to divine justice. Galactic Codex, study the natural laws, universal laws. Everything you can find on my website, yanakalai.com. And so what else we have here? Esoterically, to truly comprehend the universal law of gender is to perceive it far beyond the physical classification and biological limitations. That's why I perceive things on that soul level. Yes, you can be in a male form or you can be in a female form, right? But I see your soul a signature, or your energy. I see your energy, and especially I'm extremely mental, so I can even read your mental structure, your thought forms. What kind of thoughts are you creating? And usually people are automatic pilot. They're programmed, mind control. Very important to start thinking for yourselves and feeling your divine essence. Okay, start resurrecting those energies. I'm the life, I'm the resurrection, I'm the eternal living light, I'm the light of this world. Walk with Yeshua or Jesus. You know that the Christ itself lies within you. That's all you need to hold on to. And let me see. The unity consciousness is intrinsically integrated with the cosmic sovereign law of God, or the law of one. Unity consciousness is the first practice of the law. So this informs us that in order to be in harmony with the law of one and experience unity consciousness, we must seek to understand the principles of gender in our personal consciousness and intend to unify all of its aspects and archetypal forces that operate in our gender-based identity. I know, guys, this is very, very complex, challenging topic, and like Lisa Renee, she's the best. She's really my teacher of those dark arts, and of this like unification of the energies, synthesizing energies, energetic synthesis. That's her website, and she kind of helped me to integrate everything that happened to me, to transform, transmute, through all these meditations and through her newsletters. So I'm very grateful, very thankful, because the core light which emanates from the 0 point is the soul light that created all things. So that's where we're going back to, that 0 point, that solo light, back to the original creation. Okay, not all this distortion from those negative ones, It's like bye-bye. So that's why we are bringing here and embodying the energies of Cosmic Christos Sophia, eternal light. So my beloveds, I am ending this video. Okay, I hope you have a great day or evening or night or morning. Again, today's Sunday. We still have a meditation at 2 p.m. Eastern time, which is 11 a.m. Pacific time. I think I'm going to the beach. I need to be on the sun, working with the rays of creation, especially with the violet flame, transformation, transmutation, embodying the solar light, right? Activating the DNA, activating the diamond crystal DNA, of our ethereal bodies. We're luminous. Remember, we are divine. And we are the Christos beings, or angels, angelic beings, right? We come from extremely high dimension with high frequency vibration, and time to claim that. The power is within you. Knowledge is power. Okay, take care of yourself, love yourself, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.